Shall we begin? Chapter 1. The 2 Days Dream. Early in the night, as a near mopped-up mess of a doormate was sulking in his own vomit puddle, I stared into the ceiling with a look of vague confusion of the concept I was introduced today. As I fade out to the dream world, I heard what seemed to I heard a song sung that seemed to reside right beside me. In the last second, I dropped to the side to catch the same eyes of the predetermined girl, the nameless girl. Must be a shapeshifter. She seems younger than before. Within a second notice, my eyes locked closed with a calm tone and nameless expresses, "Things change. You're going to meet my family. And don't be scared. It's only for 2 days. No one will notice you're gone, not even a threat to you, but alas, we must go. We have a lot to do in the 2 days. That's what my father said." Blank. Nothing but the sulfuric blankness that is when you close your eyes in the direction of light. But it was also accompanied with a soothing song of malice and rage. While I stared into the abyss, I sense I'm not alone, for the fact that I smell that of decay and mold is a distinct impression that I'm in the realm of some sort, not just eternal nothingness. Within moments, I hear a male's voice, but it's more deeper than a human can ever be. Form in a hacking form, the invisible occupant of wherever I am. He says, "Daughter, who is this? Don't tell me you accepted a human comrade from the website to call humans for an eternity of trust. And who the hell are you supposed to be?" Hearing a clang on the ground, I now know there is a weapon about to smash my skull to mush. "My name's Sergio, and if you don't mind, tell me where exactly am I blind now?" I shout. "No. It's my daughter. She's laying on you. Get off him, or the dead man downstairs will be upset." As a deafening wail of the male-like voice creatures with several deformities stops, I feel a pressure on my head. Now realizing hands were being lifted from my spectral vision, and hello came a scythe inches away from my eyes. I say in a mumbly tone, "Do you mind explaining this predicament before you, in a few words, decapitate my skull from its socket?" The strange skull-faced man scowled and looked at the demon I guess I sold my soul to, and said without hesitation, "Look at who you brought to the door, and who you agreed to spend an eternity with. Well, wait, did you say your name was Sergio? I heard that name a long time ago. The dead man himself bestowed mortal life to, for his effort to protect Hell from surprise attacks, but he was to return later." "Creature, show me your arm." I paused as a hackling man grasped my wrist, and with no troubles at all, lifts my body higher than the ground could be. Examining the segment of my arm, then with a thud, I was dropped like a sack of sand. The scowl now turned into a surreal smirk that would sever the jaw of a person on earth, if even attempted. He sighs and says in a sad tone, You still can't just leave this world alone. This world was your life, wasn't it? I was the one to give you a second chance. To forget all this, and yet here you are. I see that you won't leave without a friend. This world, the universe is what you created a long time ago. was that look for, Arthur?
He again sighs in contemplation and looks towards Nameless, which was staring at me with a look of disbelief and shock.
Dad, you mean... it's him?
Now speaking to me.
Arthur, how can this be? You weren't supposed to return, but you're here now. Good. Well, my name was Alpha Trish. At least, what you called me. But I accepted a change in my name to something more fitted to your choice.
I sat dazed and confused at what my brain had to process in a short time. I lay my head on the dirt pile, staring into the sky that was nothing but that was not there. What was left was only blank darkness. I turned my head to face both strangers that are doing nothing but talking things that make no sense. I say in a confused but answering tone,
I heard about this place before, only in my mind, as if some being is taking residency within my brain. He called this place Varson, and he mentioned someone of your deathly anger. Death, is it? And you, he never said anything about you. I don't think you're Alpha Trish. I'm Adoka, daughter of the man you called Death, but his real name is Twin Sight the Reaper. Difference is he can't kill with a touch, but introduction is over. What we must do, what must we do, Father? He has no protection for these days, and we're not much for caring. She was stopped by her father.
I have an idea. You, Arthur, A-U-T-H-O-R. Come with me. I have only one test. If you're the real creator of this world, I think to myself, do I have a choice in this matter? But I follow without anger, just wonder. I should introduce the dark room with a light that hovered over the case of glass. Within the glass was something I can only describe as gloves of steel that seemed to be attached to wires that seemed to move by themselves. The man known as Twin Sight Reaper ordered. This is a test. Those two gloves must accept you. If they don't, it's been a fun 5 minutes meeting you. If they do, you are the creator of arson.
As I was about to run to the exit, this door was slammed and locked on by the other side. As I turned my head to see the 10 wires grasping the edge, wanting to see the unknown intruder.
Well, if I'm to die here, I'm glad to have seen a place like this. Here goes nothing.
I started to inch my way to the case, yet my body was fighting me to run and hide. 2 segments of my brain were clashing, but it was the single word said,
Go, go.
I decided to struggle more. I won't accept my life to end like this. No, not for a long shot. With gravity dragging me down, forcing me to my hands and knees, as pain surged through my torso, as if something is stomping me with cleats. As my hands hit something hard, I screamed in victory. For that was just, yeah. Well, not quite a scream. That was the most torture that I have ever suffered. That's when I looked up to see wires being released, or released in themselves. The glove dangled to the floor, dangles downward to the floor. The wires residing in the case as though a warning of what might happen if I'm not the one. I have several images in my head. If I'm not, and yet, do I have a good other option? So I grasped the steel glove and started to place my hand in the opening. I feel a terror, really realizing that inside filled with spikes. Screeching in pain, I let my hand free, noticing blood seeping through the deep cuts Then I hear a different voice that is ahead of me, but no one's there. No one here. But there's no one here. There's a trick to it, and yet it's not much of a trick if you have a brain. Who said that? Who said that? I whispered. The silence, but silence only remained. Look up. I pointed my attention to the 10 wires that looked towards the glove. You must first let us out, so we may open the glove ourselves. I lift myself to my feet, looking over the glass and noticing the slot that above says insert finger here. I chuckle a bit, but stop when the wires move near the scanner. I then decided to preemptively insert my finger in the Chinese finger trap. Within seconds, the glass started to crack open, then explode in shrapnel. Most of it cut my arm. Some impaled my gut. Blood and some other fluid escaped the openings. The wires latched to my arm and began to record the glove to where my damaged hand is. The glove, like everything else in this world, contradicted the law of life, unlatching from bottom and reattaching above my hand. With a stabbing sound, the nails that were inside are again impaled, locked my hand into their tombs. My hands are locked in their tombs. As I move my fingers, the pain was gone. I hear a sound of applause. Turn around, raising a fist, keeping the wires in the gloves. I see the Reaper and Adoka. That's the end of 1 to 1.5. I'm going to do 1 to 1.5 status. Thank you. If you want to subscribe. If you want to comment. It's your choice. But always remember, I'm